Hello, welcome to another episode of Enlightened Perspective. I am your host, Adonis. Welcome to my channel. In case you guys didn't know, I do tarot and esoteric topics on my other channel. Is Adonis New Age Shaman. You can check out some tarot readings there as well. But today, I'm going to talk about Black Lives Matter. So, let's dig in. So, here's the deal. As a movement, I understand Black Lives Matter 100%. As a movement, I get it because, from my upbringing and the things that I've seen and I experienced, I think that there really needed to be a resurgence of something similar to the civil rights movement because I think some people have forgotten. They forgot. And, people definitely needed to be reminded of the fact that there still are issues out here that needs to be addressed, especially in the minority groups here. We have some serious issues that need to be addressed here as far as economic empowerment goes, as far as opportunities go. So that thing definitely is something that needed to be addressed, and this needed to be addressed for a long time. I'm surprised it took as long as it did. So as a movement, I get it. Let's talk about the name Black Lives Matter because a lot of people trip about that, and I'm gonna surprise you guys. I kind of would understand why they would trip. First of all, when you say the name Black Lives Matter, a lot of stupid people, I'll just say that, stupid people will say, well, hey, are black lives the only lives that matter? Other lives matter too, but all lives matter. They're missing the point. The point is that Black Lives Matter because thus far the perception has been Black lives have not mattered. As a matter of fact, Black and brown people's lives have been expendable. That's the issue that is being addressed. When someone says Black Lives Matter, they're not saying that no one else's life matters. It's kind of like a given that everyone else's life has mattered to this point. And now the concept is, hey, Black Lives Matter. Now, I believe that the branding should have been Black Lives Matter too. That's just my thoughts. Black Lives Matter too. Because with the branding aspect, it gives too many people the wiggle room with questionable motives, okay, to say, well, hey, what about everybody else's life? Blue Lives Matter. Come up with little silly ass slogans and stuff like that totally defeats the point. And you have some low IQ people, okay, that don't even do any kind of analytical thinking. Their perception is, well, white lives matter and white power and all that kind of crazy shit. It's like, look, stop. The whole concept of the Black Lives Movement is that Black lives matter, and thus far the concept has been that Black lives have not mattered, and they're just drawing attention to the fact that, hey, listen, Black and brown lives matter. We have value, so don't kill us. Don't discriminate against us. We're people like your people too, and we matter in the bigger scheme of things. But I do think that it would have been better served if they had branded it Black Lives Matter too. This is my personal opinion. Now, let's get to the Black Lives Matter as an organization. As an organization, I got some issues, especially with one of the founders, I believe, taking money from the organization. I guess that was that person's salary or whatever it was, and purchasing a home for $1.2 million. Nah, you can't do that. You can't do bad optics. Bad optics. And even with the price of housing going up, Okay, to the tune of maybe $400,000, $500,000, or $600,000 above market price. That is a bit excessive, and then I think that I don't know what was on that person's mind when they purchased a home for that kind of money. Furthermore, something that I really want to address as far as Black Lives Matter is that if Black Lives Matter, and this is just as a community, as Black and brown people. So right now I'm talking to my people here. All right, check this out. We really got to make it mean something, okay? Because there's far too often where we let shit go down in our own communities and we don't address it. We don't say anything about it, okay? When I'm gonna speak from my personal experience. Again, the best teacher's experience. I'm not gonna give any hypotheticals. I'm gonna give a real situation. My father. Those of you who have meeting me for the first time, I had a scholarship. I was an academic student. I was a straight A student. I had an academic scholarship for college in the 8th grade. So I was a gifted student, very gifted. I'm going to leave the esoteric, spooky stuff out of it. I'll just say that my father was under the influence of alcohol and drugs and other things. And there was no secret to anyone that he was terrorizing me. He would stalk me, things of that nature. Even after I was taken out the home, he would still stalk me. This dude did a whole lot to let people know he wanted to kill me, okay? And eventually, it led to him almost doing it. He did stab me. He did try to decapitate me. It was a big fight, whatever. But my point here is that there were people in the community that knew. Everybody was pretty much like, well, it's none of our business. So, it's one of those type of things. One of those kind of throwing up hands things. No one wants to get involved. No one wants to say anything. I have a real issue with that. Because it can't be Black Lives Matter when the cameras are around, or there is just some popular movement people want to get behind and show their ass, okay? And maybe do a little bit of looting and stuff like that, draped in protest. I am all for legitimate protest. Straight up, I'm for legitimate protest. But what I do have a problem with is people that ordinarily wouldn't give two shits about what's happening in the community, but then when there's some drama going on, they take this as an opportunity to just be destructive. Okay? That is not helpful, nor is it right. And if you're watching this, or people that do this, then I'm talking to you. You are the fucking problem. If you allow this type of thing to happen and you don't say nothing, you don't correct these people, then you're not helping the cause at all. If you're one of these people that are doing this, then you're a fucking idiot and you need to stop. I'm just putting that out there, because if we really want to make a change, we really want to change things, then we really got to be legitimate about it. You can't, a couple of knuckleheads can screw up everything. So I really wanted to put that out there, and me as a business owner myself, let me just say this. I've started 4 companies, okay? I've been blessed enough to have sold all of them. So I've done pretty well for myself, but I keep it 100 all the time. And anybody out there that's listening to the sound of my voice, the kind of hard work, if your business is legitimate, the hard work, the dedication, the sacrifice, the money, the financial, a lot of times you're in debt when you start a business. If somebody comes along and all in the name of a cause destroys or burns or wrecks your shit, you gonna have a problem with it. Okay? Now, my thing here is this. If there has been some police issue, you know what? March your ass down to the police precinct like they've done in other places, and you take care of that there. But it's really not fair to people that put their hard blood and sweat and tears into building something from the ground up to have somebody come along and just wreck it. That's not cool. I am not a fan of that at all. You know what I'm saying? And around my way, where I come from, I tell you what, you go ahead and act like you want to do that if you want to, because you'll be walking in, but you'll be getting carried out, and that's a fact. I mean, like, you know, I know a lot of you know, minority people back in Alany and Logan and North and West Philly. You know, they put a lot of work into starting their businesses, straight up. And if somebody comes along, all in, it's like, yo, listen, I feel you, I'm with you on that shit, but right here, don't touch this, don't touch this. And you know, we just need to be clear about what we're trying to achieve here. Okay, that's what I'll say about that. So as a movement, I'm totally down with the cause. I totally understand what it's about. But the organization, they need some work. And also some of the people, not the hardcore people that really believe in the cause and movement. I'm with you in solidarity, with you there 100%. I can't. I got to. I mean, look at me. I'm a black man in America. I got a bald head. I'm wearing earrings and jewelry and shit. So I'm with you all the way on that. But we got to keep our eyes on the prize and keep focused on the goals and the objectives. And those cats on the periphery to get out of line, we got to bring them back to the fold. But like, yo, y'all need to calm that shit down because it's getting silly. So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. If you like what I've said, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like what I said, well, please don't give me a thumbs down. It's only my opinion, and it really screws up the algorithm, so I really don't want to have to deal with that. But anyway, if you did like some of what I had to say, you know, leave some comments below in and I'll, you know, go over a lot of the comments and stuff like that. Please be respectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone here. I'm just a YouTube guy. I don't make policy. All right, so we can have a robust discussion, and if anything, you know, that I missed or that you feel as though I misinterpreted, please just, you know, leave some links below, and we can just have a discussion that way. And if it's something that really stands out, I'll do a follow-up video to it, and, you know, we can take it from there. So, again, my name is Adonis. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.